Okay, back with more Tuesday's show. CEO 2014 coming up this very next weekend.
Yes, and this again is a Capcom Premier event, just like Southeast Majors was last weekend. And historically, it's always been one of the craziest, hypest tournaments because it's the last major before Evo.
Right.
And so a lot of people go there just to like test their stuff.
Right.
And a lot of foreign players also make it out to CEO, and then they just stay in the country until Evo. So I don't remember what the list was, but Jabali tweeted out a list of Japanese players who are going to be at CEO. And it was a really crazy list.
Yeah, for sure.
So a lot of foreign players are going to be there, so it's going to be super exciting. Definitely tune into that. Spooky is streaming it, I would imagine.
SF4 is probably going to be Capcom Fighters.
Right, that's true. Yeah.
Other than that, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Might be I Play Winner.
Did Level
I don't know.
Level Up Live do it before? I can't remember now. In any case, check them out. I'm sure you can find them all on the CEO webpage. I'm just going to go there right now because that's really sad that we don't know this stuff. But yeah, I mean, one of the events that he's doing, I believe it's on Friday night, he's going to be doing the Fighter Mania event, which has been just basically this kind of like last man standing event where a few people got invited and the last people got voted in.
Right.
And you go to the One Frame Link site to vote people in. I don't know when the votes end. I don't see an end date on the votes right now. But currently they're doing, I think, voting for Street Fighter, for Marvel, and for Smash Brothers. And if you look at the Marvel one right now, for the top 3 votes so far are Kane Blue River, Paradigm, and Apology Man. So go Paradigm.
Who else is on there?
So we also have Moons, Ray Ray, Ranma Sanma, Royal Flush, Oh My God It's Andre, Viscant, Flux, K-Brad, and Momochi as some other players who could potentially be in there.
Well, Moons is almost on there. Ray Ray not far behind that. Ranma Sanma not far behind that. And then there's a big drop off to where Royal Flush is.
Right.
But yeah, man, look at Kane Blue River. He has twice as many, it looks like, than Moons does even, which is kind of crazy.
He's pretty much #1 right there. So, and then in let me see.
Wow.
So in Project Melee, so this is Project M. So there's the Smash. So Project M is getting huge numbers right now. Right. So I mean, it's going to be streamed on Twitch.tv/CEO Gaming.
CEO Gaming. In fact, you can go to ceogaming.tv. ceogaming.org/TV.
Oh,
they basically just go to their website, which is ceogaming.org, and then they have a link to the stream.
Okay, cool.
A page that has the stream, I should say.
But yeah, I mean, Project M, like they must have just agreed to, like, you know how like Cross Tekken, they'll like talk to each other. A whole bunch of people can get voted in for this.
Wow, look at Chudat running away with it. How many? Scroll down a little bit. I want to see the numbers. Wow, there are a lot of people who've been voting too. He has over 400. Wow. Second place has just over 100. Second place is Chibo, the guy who just streamed MLG.
Wow, okay.
That's pretty sweet. And Gimmer not far behind. Actually, he was involved in MLG too.
And don't forget, Zero, who's in 3rd place, is the guy who won the Invitational, the Nintendo Invitational at E3. So following that is Amsa, the Yoshi player. Dude, I want to vote for him. Hungry Box. Umbees, Chillin' Dude, Wizrobe, Mango is in there, Strong Bad, Ken, Sephiroth Ken, now Liquid Ken, Brianato, and the Reflex Wonder. So far, those are the guys in there. But right under that is Syphilis, and I do believe that's a she, so I think she's like right there about trying to get in there as well. So
Mewtwo King is not in, he's below the line. So is DJ Nintendo, so is Korean DJ, so is Armada.
Yeah.
Wow, Toph down there. Dang, interesting results.
Toph.
Is it
like
Toph?
tough.
I don't know how it's... Come on. Isn't his name Christopher? That's what I assumed.
I don't know. Well, that's how you spell the name of a character in Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? Who's Toph. Okay. So, like tough. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, so that's going on there. Oh, I think those are the only 2 votes. Okay, so those are the only 2 games that have the votes in there for the Fighter Mania thing. So, yeah,
that's pretty cool.
So that's really cool. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, that's gonna be exciting. That's gonna be fun. So, but I mean, the reason why I talked about Project Project M, the way I did, is because they released early registration numbers for CEO just recently. Number 1 is Ultra Street Fighter 4 with 329 players, right? Number 2 is Project M with 221 players. Number 3 is Smash Brothers Melee with 218 players.
Wow.
Marvel is at 187 right now. It is in 4th place.
Wow.
Under Project M and Melee. So that's really cool.
And then a big drop off to Injustice with 80. Mm-hmm. Dang, 221 and 218 for Project M and Melee. That is awesome. Very interesting.
This is exciting for me because, to be honest with you, like, I haven't had a chance to see much of Project Melee. I would actually just really like to sit down and watch this, right? And see how it goes.
100% agree.
I know they do it a lot at Smash Sundays, Super Smash Sundays at like Super Arcade and stuff like that. But I haven't had a chance to sit down and watch any of that, so I think this is going to be really cool. But also, of course, of note, at the bottom of that list there is this Capcom versus SNK 2 tournament. That's right. Jabali's actually running a CVS 2 tournament at CEO. Got 29 people entered in there, but I think that's cool.
That's fine.
And in fact, I even think like Pat the Flip is going there just because they have a CVS 2 tournament there. So
nice. So the other ones after Injustice, which had 80, Blaze Blue BBCP has 67, Tekken Tag Tournament 2 has 57, Dive Kick Edition has 41, Killer Instinct also has 41. Soul Calibur 5 has 35. And KOF 13 has 34. Then CVS 2, 29. No. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like...
That's really interesting.
Yeah, we've talked about this a little bit, but, I mean, Smash is the future, it feels like now.
It does feel like that right now.
Honestly, like, I keep making the prediction, like, I keep thinking Smash is going to break Marvel at EVO, and then it'll be second last. I swear it's going to be second last on Sunday if it beats Marvel.
I would think so.
Right.
I would think so.
Obviously, I'm pretty sure the number of entrants will probably determine it in the end, but last we heard they were neck and neck, and so...
It did so well with viewers last year, had so many people last year. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah, so, I mean, Smash... All that makes me hope is, like, please, Smash 4, please be good. And I know a lot of people are complaining about it because a lot of the air moves are really laggy, so it's, like, really hard to play that same kind of game that they're used to. But, I mean, again, embrace the difference.
As long as it's not imbalanced, man. If it plays differently, I think that's great.
Right. I mean, think about when Third Strike players all went to Street Fighter 4. What did they do? They just jumped and died all day. But they got used to it, right? 2 completely different games, but they could both be played really well. You'll find a whole new metagame around laggy jump moves if it stays in.
Yeah, man. Maybe you stay on the ground more. Maybe it's more of a ground-based game. Maybe Little Mac does well.
Yeah.
Come on, Mac.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it would be nice if they could make it so that it wasn't laggy, when you do the jump attacks. But if it is, it's not an excuse to say, screw this game, it sucks. Like,
it's going to be different.
There's a whole... Street Fighter 4 plays different than every other Street Fighter game,
That's how it should be. I don't want it to replace different games. I don't want Street Fighter 4 to replace Third Strike. I don't want Third Strike to replace ST or Alpha 2 or 3.
Exactly.
Even Alpha 3 doesn't really replace Alpha 2. Like, there's always this debate.
And
that's how it should be.
I was always sad that, for some reason, when Marvel 3 came out, it did replace Marvel 2, which it shouldn't have.
Right.
Like, Marvel 2 should still be heavily played. Like, well, not heavily played, but like how we play ST.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? It should still have a strong enough presence, but somehow that one just didn't pan out for some strange reason. But, there's still a lot of MVC2 stuff going on every once in a while.
Every once in a while, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's this upcoming weekend. Again, you can check it out at ceogaming.org/TV.
Yep, start Friday. It's going to be super hype, and then 2 weeks after that, EVO.
Right.
But in between that is the Curly Mustache tournament that will be taking place up in NorCal.
Well, I'm sure we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so what else is going on, James?
Well, there's been a few... I guess we can talk about the sales that are going on right now. Like, if you're a fighting game aficionado, apparently on Steam right now, there's a summer sale with discounts on Arcade Edition for Street Fighter 4, for King of Fighters 13, for Mortal Kombat 9, Injustice, Skullgirls Encore, and Nidhogg, which is going to be one of the indie games. Oh, they also revealed the second half of that. We should talk about those as well.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Okay,
they revealed the second half of that. So there's a bunch of fighting games that are on sale right now, so you can go ahead and try to pick those up. if you get a chance. Apparently, also Dive Kick Calamity Trigger is on sale at Vanguard Princess.
Oh, cool.
But also, if you happen to be an Xbox Live Gold member, so Street Fighter 4 is free right now.
Yeah.
AE Street Fighter 4. So I picked it up just so that way I don't have to pop in the disc anymore, right? So I grabbed that. It's free. It's just absolutely free. So then you can just upgrade to Ultra for $15, and that's it. And you don't have to buy the game anywhere else. It'll be on your hard drive. You can play it completely exclusively on your hard drive. So definitely take advantage of that. Free game. And then Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown, if you were interested in it. I mean, even if you're not interested in it, $3.74.
That's so cheap.
Dude, if you go to McDonald's and buy like a burger, fries, and a drink, that's more than Virtua Fighter 5 right now. And this is at McDonald's. Like, there's no reason not to buy this unless you're out of disk space. Just like get it and just like mess around with it for $3.74.
That's awesome.
Like seriously, there's no reason not to get this. So
that's really cheap.
Definitely get a chance to pick that up.
Cool.
And speaking of Steam,
okay,
we should probably mention that Yatagarasu
yeah,
has been greenlit on Steam. Not only that, we mentioned this last week, but it will be at Evo playable as well.
Right.
And just, from the few times that we've managed to mess around with the game, very back-to-basics game.
It's really fun. I really like the characters.
Yeah, so if you want to play a fighting game that doesn't have crazy, 7,000 systems and all this other stuff, I was actually surprised when I was playing it. I was expecting to have crazy combos and do all this stuff, and it really, there's only, 1 or 2 characters that really had crazy combos. But outside of that, everything was very fundamentals with parries.
Yeah, it has parries, but parries that are different than third strikes, that are more, kind of a commitment, and you can see when the other person parries.
Yeah.
Rather than just seeing them tap down or whatever, if a little character kind of mess around. You can see a light that shows that they've parried
a little
down
box that's going over there. So definitely check that out.
James and I both provided voice acting for that.
Yep.
You can select your in-game commentator. It's already been a feature on it, but they expanded how many people are involved. So James and I will be pickable, so will Maximilian.
Yes, and that should be very interesting because I know all 3 of us did very different takes.
Yeah, we did.
We did wildly different ideas. So.
I did sarcastic douchery. I'm really interested to see which ones they went with.
I think Max was super hype.
I can see that.
And, I tried to be very normal commentary-ish. I tried to make it sound like someone's doing commentary. And then I put in a few really bad puns on round victories, so you could probably skip them with the start button, hopefully. Because some of them are terrible, because I'm even by my standards, they're terrible.
Yeah.
My puns are bad. But the way that what I decided to try to do, there was some that I just had no room, and so there's some really bad.
I'm looking forward to it, man.
Bad puns.
I'm looking forward to mine. I can't wait to see to hear myself yell at myself. It's gonna be great.
Oh man, but what was it? What were we gonna look up? Oh, the other indie games.
Right. While you're doing that, I just want to say, High Risk sent me a tweet. He said that Jabali's actually finding out Bass to CEO 2014. The CVS2 player, the CVS2 player.
Oh, dude, Bass!
I didn't know that.
Shut up! Show up! Oh, I'm so excited about that.
I didn't know that. That's amazing.
I'm so excited about that. I haven't seen that guy in forever.
That's amazing. Dude, I hope he's been practicing CVS2 at least recently, just to
has he ever stopped?
I don't know, but I hope he just blows everybody up.
Dude, that'll be awesome, dude. That'll be awesome. Oh, I'm super excited for that.
That's amazing.
That's really cool.
I had no idea. Thanks a lot for letting us know.
Yeah, hang on. I'm just going to have to Google it or something like that. So.
Okay. While you're doing that, let me bring up SGDQ. Summer Games Done Quick.
Yes.
Which is going on right now. You've probably seen people talking about it, but make sure that you do check them out. It's at Speed Demos Archive SDA. So it's just a really unwieldy URL. Speed Demos Archive SDA. Each of those words. So there are 2 Ds, for example.
So earlier on today, we had former FGC member Dacid Bro apparently even doing a Symphonies of the Night run.
Yeah, yeah.
I have to call him former because, you know, he's gone all a whole different direction.
Oh, dang. Wow.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Interesting. I mean, there's always an overlap between the two.
Yeah. No, shout outs to Dacid Bro. He's still FGC, right? So, I mean, he's going to get back in Persona, right, when it comes out.
I mean, a lot of the people there are FGC. I saw a dude with Kappa shirt on.
Oh, yeah.
That's not uncommon.
Yeah.
That's people who are part of FGC have been on there before.
Yeah. And apparently
Josh has been on there. So.
Apparently he did decently in a Symphonies of the Night run, but afterwards he sang for the stream, and apparently they said his singing was better than his speed runs. So.
I can see that.
Yeah, he's a good singer. I actually downloaded he had on SoundCloud. He did a cover of that Bastille song. I forgot what it's called, Pompeii or whatever like that, and he actually did a really good job with that. I was really impressed. So
this time they are trying to raise money for Doctors Without Borders, Médecins Sans Frontières, and it's a really good charity. What?
That French pronunciation.
Oh, I lived in France. It's a really good charity to support. I'm really hyped that they're doing it. Last time I think it was for cancer, if I recall.
And they got over $1 million.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I haven't read the total today, but yesterday the total was already $100K.
Yes, and of course. So it's winter is awesome games done quick, right? And then this is summer games done quick, right? Okay, so they just do 2 events a year, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool. I've had it on in the background when I'm working. Probably not the best idea, but that's what I've been doing lately. But
for the indie showcase, I haven't actually gotten a chance to watch a lot of these videos yet, so I don't know the gist of the games. But there's a game here called Towerfall Ascension that is going to be on there. There's a game. Does
it at least say like what kind of game it is in that little description?
No, because there's little interviews.
It doesn't really.
Yeah, sorry about that. But here, look, I'm just going to paste this link into the chat right here.
Yeah.
And please go and check this out because the indie game stuff is always super fascinating. So there's a Towerfall Ascension. There's another game called Star Wall, which looks like some... Oh, I did see a video of this. It's like a versus game where you use these flying space narwhals. Like, seriously, like, they have a heart on the bottom of them. And it's like you bend them and guide them like this, and you just try to stab each other's hearts.
Space narwhals?
Dude, I'm serious. Like, you try to stab each other's heart.
I can't wait for this. James, you don't need to say anything else.
Like, if you curve yourself in this direction so your heart is blocked, they can't stab you. And so, like, it's all about, like...
narwhals?
Yeah.
That's too good.
Star Wall. It's called Star Wall. You're already sold. Battle Golf Association. I'm going to assume it's kind of like a combat golf game, maybe?
Yeah, let's see if they give a little bit of a quick description. Don't see it so far. Blah, blah, blah. Let's move down.
And then, of course, Nidhogg is going to be back there. It's been there before. That was one of the games that's on sale on Steam right now. Check that out. It's I've heard it's really deep. I haven't had a chance to play it yet. But
I've played it. It's really interesting.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Okay. It's like a sword fencing kind of game, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah. But I've seen you can, like, throw your swords and do all sorts of crazy stuff. And then there's another game called Gunsport that is going to be there.
Future Millennium Sporting Action. All right.
Yeah. Oh, here's some pictures here. Oh, it looks like it's going to be kind of like a ground, like, well...
Seems like there are 4 people there.
Yeah.
Does it say anything about it? Scroll up a little bit. No, not really. Yeah, it does say esports type thing, so...
Yeah, they probably should have had, like, what... Give us a gist of your game. Because, I mean, the hard part is, honestly, Gunsport and Battle Golf Association don't have videos here.
Right.
So, I guess they didn't get a chance. But you know what? You'll get to see them at EVO. You get a chance to play these games.
Go back up. No, not that far. Down.
Sorry.
Well, okay, I guess it doesn't really say. He's saying it's kind of like fighting games. It has complex stuff and complex controls. So anyway, I'm not sure, but it sounds interesting.
Best place to go to test
it looks interesting. Right?
Anything that's competitive, EVO is going to be the best place to find out if anything's broken. For sure. Guaranteed. So definitely check that out when you get a chance. If you make it to EVO, when you make it to EVO.
You'll make it to EVO.
Yeah, exactly. So EVO, again, coming up in less than 3 weeks now. God, it's so fast.
I know.
It's so ridiculous. Dude.
I know.
It's so ridiculous.
Always like that.
Yep, but yeah, Lethal League is also there. So yeah, let me just repeat the games that we already knew from part 1.
Okay.
That's gonna be there. So again, Advent Saga, which is not a video game, it's a card game, is gonna be there. A competitive card game. Lethal League is gonna be there, which just looks awesome. So Video Ball, that game looks really cool.
It does. It really does.
Aztez is gonna be there.
That game looks cool. I love the graphics.
Yeah, and Yatagarasu, as we mentioned earlier, is going to be there. So that's gonna be super exciting. So lots of good stuff. That sounds like 10 indie games.
Is that it? Did they say whether there's going to be another
that's a good
amount?
question. I have no idea.
Okay, well, at least there's that number.
Yeah, they have those, and don't forget there's going to be an art show at EVO as well, but I'm sure we'll talk about all these things,
We definitely will.
The week before EVO.
As we tend to do. Pre-EVO
I'm like super hyped for it already, so it's like it's hard for me not to just be like, oh my god, EVO,
I know.
God, oh my god.
Believe me.
Like I'm going crazy, so.
Well, I guess we're not going to have time to talk about the tier lists that I made and that, who else made one? Alex Myers made one, and Alioun made one.
Yeah.
And we had some differences that were interesting, I thought. Oh well.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that everyone has to be aware of is that everyone who's made these tier lists know full and well this is way too early to make tier lists. It's just where you kind of picture them standing right now.
Yeah, it's kind of a current sort of thing. It's not how I expect them to end up. In fact, I put Hugo pretty low, and I don't think he'll end up there, but we'll see. He is currently now pretty low, I think. So.
Right. Okay.
I put Vega pretty high. A lot of people ask some questions. That's like the one character that I've gotten a lot of questions about.
Really?
Why'd you put Vega so high? Because his footsies are amazing. The bad wake up is not as much of a negative now because there's delayed wake up. He gets great usage out of red focus. He's so damaging now because of it.
He got a cross up.
He has mix ups. He can link out of stuff up close. That's better. He just has everything going for him. Great walk speed. I don't know what his problems are anymore.
Yeah, right. He just doesn't seem to have any. The only thing really comes down to is no good anti-air. Right? I mean, that's
his crouching fierce got better as anti-air.
Yeah. But no wake up, I should say. No wake up.
But delayed wake up.
Yeah, exactly. Helps him. Okay.
He's good.
Well, it's 10 o'clock right now, so the show that sucks should be starting just about now on twitch.tv/iplaywinner. Check that out. That is with Hanzo Gonzo, Harrison SBA. Next week, we should be back on Monday. We'll finish our Ultra Street Fighter 4 stuff. And then, Fighter Mania voting actually ended yesterday. Okay. So
thanks. The winners were KBR, Apology Man, and Paradigm for Ultimate Marvel 3, and Chudat, Chibo, and Zero for Smash.
Okay.
That's from Max Oxnard.
Yeah, so shout out to Max then. Okay, cool. But next week we'll finish the Street Fighter 4 stuff. So if you guys are just learning the game, we'll go through all the characters, and then Tuesday show again. Next week we will talk about CEO results and everything like that. So.
For sure.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks a lot for watching. See you next week.
Peace out. Everybody.